Um, let's look at this type of a question. These are questions that most of the learners have challenges in answering, especially when it comes to trivial graphs. But these are very simple questions that once a learner grasps the concept, this becomes the easiest way and the easiest question to solve one. So wow, today we are going just to look at 2022 GCE paper 1, that was question number 23 on trivial graphs. So it's saying the following diagram is the speed time graph of a car. As you can see, that's the diagram down there. Calculate the acceleration of the car during the first 5 seconds. So here we have 20 meters per second. Here we have 5 seconds, 25. Then there we have our t here. Our t. B says find the value of t given that the total distance traveled was 550 meters. Calculate the average speed for the whole journey. That was for C. Coming back to this one, acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial over time. V stands for the final velocity, U stands for the initial velocity, T stands for time. Of course, A, that is the acceleration. Final velocity, initial is the point where it started to accelerate. Then the final is where it reached, where it ended its acceleration. That's the final velocity. So in this scenario, let's go back to our question here. Where did it start to accelerate? Remember, accelerating is when on the graph, whenever you see it moving like that way, that means it is accelerating. When it starts to come down like this is retardation or deceleration. So it started where? Remember we are saying going upwards, that is acceleration. Why did it start to accelerate? It started at this point here, and it reached to that point there. So at this point, what is the value? Of course, here this is 0, and then at that point the velocity is 20. So we are going to say, okay, our v, our initial is 20. Sorry, final is 20 minus our initial, which is 0, over time, which is 5. So 20 minus 0, that is 20 over 5. 5 into 20, that is 4 meters per second squared. So we are saying final velocity minus initial over time. Our final here it is 20, as we can see on the graph. Initial was 0, time was 5. So 20 minus 0, that is the 20. The 5 is the time, which is from here to there. It's 5 minus 0, that is the 5. 5 into 20, that is 4 meters per second. Coming to B. This says find the value of t given that the total distance traveled was 550. Before we try and tackle this part here, the first thing that you need to know is this, that whenever you are calculating distance under speed time graph, you should know the shape. Distance under speed time graph is all about the shape, the area of the shape. What shape is this? So you look at your question so well. Okay, I'm looking from this point to this point. What shape can I create from here? Then from there, after you have done that thing, that's when now you go to the formula of that given shape. So in this scenario, when you look at where they're saying find the value of t, so t is up to this last end here. So it means what shape is this one? You're going to agree with me that this is a trapezium shape. Okay. So what is the formula for area of a trapezium? So area is equals to half A plus B, then H. So A is standing for the area, but in this case, you should know that area is the distance, because under speed time graph, distance is the area of the given shape. So what is the distance? The distance is 550. Then we bring back our half. Our A is from here up to there. So this is our A. Then our B is from here up to there. So this is our B. So our A is from here to there, which is from 5 to 25. That's the same as 25 minus 5, giving us a 20 there. Plus our B is from here to there, which is our T. Then height is from this point to that point, which is our 20. So you can say 550 is equal to half of 20, that is 10, open brackets, 20 plus T. Remember, this is paper 1, so you really have to be very careful on how you solve this. Because if you say half of 20, that is 10, of course, and then you have also to multiply half of T, if that is the way you want it to go. But if this number is even, it's better you just divide this one by that one instead of multiplying first what is inside by half. That becomes a bit easier way. So we're going to have 5/5 is equals to 10 times 20, that is 200, plus 10 times T, that is 10T. So we're going to have 10T is equals to, when this comes to the other side, it becomes a minus 200. So our 10T will be equal to 550 minus 200, that is 350. So our over 10 over 10, that and that will go, our T will be equal to 35 seconds. So whenever we are solving this one, where the T is at the end, when finding the answer, you should always know that the answer that you should get should always be above this number that is here. If we get a number less than 25, that means our calculations are wrong. So we should always know to say, oh, my number that I'll get for T should be more than this number. Okay, trying to go back on what we're doing, we're saying area is equals to half A plus B times H. So our area, remember we said is the distance under the travel, the distance under the shape that we're given. So the distance is 550, half is that half. Hey, where is the 20 coming from? The 20 is coming from here. From here to there, which is from 5 to 20, that is our A. 5 to 25. So 25 minus 5 giving us a 20. That's that 20 which is there. Then T is from here to there, which is that T there, and that is the B. Then the 20 is the height. From here to there, that becomes the height, which is 20. When we came here, we found the half of 20, it gave us 10. Okay? The 20 plus T is the same, the 550 is still the same. Then you open brackets, 10 times 20, that is 200, plus 10 times T, that is 10T. Then you group the like terms, of course, when this comes to the other side, it becomes a minus, so it is 550 minus 200, giving us 350 there. Then the 10T It's that one which is here. You divide by 10, divided by 10, our t will be equal to 10 seconds. 35 seconds, I mean. So that is our t. Now, the last one says calculate the average speed. So the average speed will be equal to the total distance taken, the whole lot of this over total time. So the total distance taken, that was 5/5 over total time 35. So we can reduce this using 5. 5 into 35, that is a 7. 5 into 5/5. 5 into 5, that is 1. 5 into that 5, that is 1. That is the 110. So we're going to have 110 over 7. Of course, 7 into 11, that gives us 1. Remainder 4. 7 into 40, that is 5. Remainder 5, because 7 into 40, it is 5. 5 times 7, that is 35. From 40, that is a 5 that remains there. 7, so it can be 5 point. We add a 0 there. 7 into 50, that is 7. Remainder 1. Add a 0. So our average speed will be 7.71. If you want, of course, we know 7 into 10, that is a 1. We will have a remainder of 3. 7 into that 1, it is a 4. So it's less than 5, no wonder we can't add there. So our average speed becomes 15.771. So in summary, what were we doing here? We are saying average speed, total distance over total time. Total distance 5/5, time 35. The one that we are from getting there. We used the 5 to divide into these numbers. 5 into 5/5, that is 110. 5 into 35, that is 7. 7 into 1, it can't. 7 into 11, it goes one time. Remainder what? The remainder is 4. So the 4 with this 0 becomes 40. 7 into 40, it goes 5 times. 5 times 7, that is 35. From 40, we'll have a remainder of 5. So 7 into 5, it can't. You put a point, add a 0. 7 into 5, it goes 7 times. So 7 times 7 is 49. Remainder of 1. We add the 0 to 1. 7 into 10, that gives a 1. As you continue dividing there, you'll be able to get the value. So this is how simple these questions are. They are not that much difficult. Thank you so much for listening.